in Croatia.
I love to travel and I love to study people, and each year that we've come here, it's been different.
We are at Lake Bled in Slovenia. I don't know if I said that right.
Paige, where are we going? We're about to go ziplining.
You start to see who just takes on a leadership role and who wants to stay a follower.
It's been honestly probably one of the best days of my life. There we go.
We suck at rebounding. We have sucked at it every year you guys been here. Aren't you tired of it?
I don't like the toughness of this team. No, I don't.
You got to play when it's like this, right? You got to play when it's like this, because this is how it's going to be.
Do I think they're a good group? Yes. Do I think they get along? Yes. But that was the same as last year. Something has to change in order for us to have a different ending.
Everybody that knows me knows that I just want to play. It's not about games in August in Europe. It's about the national championship in April.
That's the goal. That's how Connecticut basketball is. That's the way we want to play. Some people are really, really good at what they want to be good at, and we have to find out what that is and put you in a position to do that. And we're generally not wrong if you trust us. We can't go through another year where 5 guys are playing 40 minutes.
There's got to be something that's worth all of this that we've been through.
This is who we are. This is what I am. And because of that, our team will get an identity. Together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Get it!
Huskies All Access, the European experience, is presented by Delta.
There's been some years where the bad vibes, or however long you think about when it ended poorly, lasted a long, long time. And it's funny because when you win a national championship, you don't look back on it that much. You know, you bask in the glow for a long, long time, and you just feel really, really good, but you don't necessarily look back. But when things don't go great, I think it stays with you longer, it stings more, and you do have a tendency to look back at what could have been. But I've gotten to the point now where, like, let's move on. But yet at the same time, you have to look back and see what happened that you either had some control over and could have controlled, what you could have done differently that you didn't do, or what you did do that you wish you hadn't done. So you have to look at it from that perspective. If you just take a look at the last game, the last week, you miss out on how many things happened during the course of the year that the season was probably better than anyone could ever have anticipated, given what we had to go through. But because it ended on a really downer, you know, you got to be careful if you do look back, how you got to look back at it. It's quiet. Some guys are awfully quiet, right? Right? Just get in shape, talking too. Just get in shape to talk and communicate. Don't make me say it over and over and over again. Okay? Flash towards the ball, Nika. Towards the ball. Don't stop and wait for the ball. Don't stop. You have to be moving when the ball's in the air. Start understanding when you're on the floor, who am I on the floor with, and who needs to get open threes, and who needs to be a driver. Now, 2 seconds left on the shot clock, or whatever. There's situations where you're going to make that shot, and I want you to make it. But you better start learning now who you're on the floor with and who gets what shot. I would say the majority of the summer months are for individual improvement. You know, we're trying to get better as a team, but the only way you can get better as a team is if each individual gets better.
Get a ball screen, Aaliyah. Right there. Good, good. Good. She's ready. She's ready. So you want to spend as much of the summer as you can doing that.
There's got to be some part of that that involves getting better as a team. Because you're always trying to mix new players in. You know, when I looked at our team, and we talked a little bit earlier in June, if you throw in Paige, Ice, Jenna, KK, Ashlyn, Cadence, 6 players who didn't play at UConn last year in a game. So all of a sudden, you're looking at it, half your team has never been on the floor. So that's going to take some time. And that's why I think this trip comes at a pretty decent time.
Everybody's going to have to start identifying what their role is. For these particular games, we have 6 days of practice. When we come back, you have all of September and half of October, well, actually all of September and all of October, to determine when the games come in November, what is your role going to be on our team? Not what do you want it to be, but what is it going to be based on what you're doing and what you're showing us every single day. This is not a charity case. This is not a feel sorry for anybody. This is not coaches being mean to me. This is us trying to be fair to everybody on our team that we're trying to win games. And we're going to put people in positions where they can help us win games. And you look like a better player than you would be if we let you do things you're not good at.
Every trip that we've taken over there involves basically the same sort of things. One, you need to grow up. You know, we tell all the kids all the time, you know, what's the most important thing? And he said, well, you got to grow up, you know, and you got to become an adult. And it's good for you to be so far away from everything that's comfortable for you that you have to grow up a little bit. And the second is you have to start depending on each other as teammates, because there's a lot of things that we allow them to do over there that involve them having to make decisions about what they want to do and how they want to do it. And you can't ask for 12 people's opinion. All right, so someone has to emerge as this is what we're going to do, and then you're held accountable for it.
The object when we go over there is to win 4 games. How? By everybody being who we need you to be. If everybody is who we need you to be and we go 0-4, I got no problem with that. If everybody tries to be something that they're not and we go 4-0, that's not going to make me happy. So everybody's going to start figuring out, this is who we are, this is what I am, and because of that, our team will get an identity. But right now, everybody that we've got here, we need you to do everything you can to make sure that every one of you is available every night. We can't go through another year where 5 guys are playing 40 minutes. Don't make us be hard on you. You be hard on yourself. All right? All right? Day 1, not bad, not bad. Together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Together!
I don't know exactly when I found out about this trip, but I just know I was super excited, and you know, I couldn't believe they had to actually tell me multiple times in order for me to actually, you know, believe it. I'm still not realizing that we're going, so I feel like I'm gonna realize once we get there, once we hit the ground. It's like 2 different excitements. It's like my family over here, going to my hometown, you know, seeing where I grew up. But then I'm also excited about my family at home, my friends, everybody involved in my life that's gonna, you know, get a little glimpse of what I've been a part of for the past 3 years. You know, we're gonna go to Slovenia, Croatia, we're gonna go to Italy. It's gonna be a great trip for sure.
Big trip, big trip. Yeah, I think we're all excited. It's gonna be a nice little trip to, you know, chill and hang out with the team. 4 years now with Nika, we came in both as young freshmen, not really sure what we were doing, what we would achieve at UConn, and kind of where UConn would take us. And I think just looking back on it, I think that Nika has grown so much just as a person, adapting to a new country, adapting to a new style of basketball, and adapting to UConn. Like, that energy and that passion that she plays, that you guys see in the game, she brings that every time we're on the court practicing.
The day before I was supposed to leave to go to the US, before my freshman year, I was crying to my mom and dad, begging them not to go. It was a lot of emotions for sure. But as soon as I hit the ground here in the U.S., all those bad emotions left. It was a lot of doubt, not knowing what it's like to not be at home for so long, not see your people for so long. Am I gonna forget them? Are the relationships gonna fall apart? Of course, you know, you go through good and bad. It's not just the good. But there was never a point where I was feeling like I should have stayed home, ever. Never.
Foul! Foul! Get her off. Get her off.
I don't know how I would describe it. I feel like defense is so much tougher. Everything I do in defense here is a foul, and that makes me so mad every time we play. I think that's the biggest adjustment for me on the court, not fouling. I mean, it's not fouling, but it's fouling here.
It is still a thing. It's funny to just remember those little things back when I really did not listen at all. Just seeing my growth from the freshman year to now, the way I react, the way I just, you know, take criticism, it's been a huge growth. And I have to say, last season, I haven't fouled that much. So I don't think I fouled that once. I don't think I did. So there you go. It's just, you know, had to happen. Had to.
I'm not telling you this is easy. If it was easy, we wouldn't be practicing it. This is hard as That's why we're trying to get better at it. Come on, let's go.
The interesting thing is that when Nika left, everything was unknown. Everything was a possibility, but going back now, it's not the same Nika going back. And I'm anxious for them to see that, how much she's grown, how much she's changed.
Nika Mule has 3 assists, and that assist on the Descharme 3 has given her the single season assist record at UConn, passing the great Sue Bird.
Certainly, if you'd asked me when she was a freshman, halfway through her freshman year, do you see Nika playing this role for you in a couple years? I would have said not in a million years. All the things that have happened in our program have conspired to allow Nika to become what she's become. I'm not surprised that people have taken to her from a personality standpoint and how hard she plays, but I wasn't sure if that would also translate into the success that she's had on the court. I know her family's probably more excited than Nika is to have this opportunity to see our team play in person, because if you think about it, they've never had that opportunity. They've never been here to a game in person.
I'm glad that coaches and the whole staff and the whole program was able to, you know, recognize how important this is for me and, you know, my family, and it just means so much. Getting a trip like this where it's, of course it's business, you know, we're going there to win 4 games, but it's also, you know, fun and doing different things together and exploring new things together, making new experiences, memories. I feel like that's gonna, you know, make us even stronger, maybe get the bad things that we've been going through off our minds for a little bit.
We're in Croatia. We took a tour of Zagreb yesterday. Today it's game day, but before that we're going to take a tour in Samobor.
I think you're always trying to give, you know, your players opportunities for growth. And whether it's on the court, off the court, understanding different cultures, understanding just how to deal with people that you're traveling with for 12 days. I think those are, you know, definitely times that you get to see the maturity level of your team.
Right now we're in a small town called Samobor. It's approximately like 20-25 minutes away from where I live. And you know, it's just a nice little city to come, drink some coffee, and just relax. I'll wear the court. It doesn't even fit my head.
This is a totally different vibe from where I grew up. I grew up like outside of the center of my city, Zagreb. I grew up in an apartment, so this is much more chill. Game, yes, I'm excited. There's gonna be a lot of friends, family, people that I know, people that I don't know. So I'm excited. It's gonna be fun times.
Exciting, at one point a little bit nervous. You know, it's a pretty amazing moment, you know, after all these years to be able to watch the girls home. Finally, summer to watch them actually live. So yeah, it's a bit exciting, you know, exciting and nervous. Pretty much the same person you see every day on the court, you know, super stubborn, super handful, you know, never boring with her, you know. So that's pretty much her personality that she, you know, from the young age. So it's nothing changed. I'm super proud that, you know, what she wants to do, she will do it. You will sometimes fail, you will sometimes win, it's not important, but that was like and I see she's doing that every day, you know, and that's what I'm most proud of, you know, that she's full, you know, 100% in everything that she's doing.
Pick up, guard your man, keep your man in front of you. When you catch it, you have 3 choices. 1 is what? Shoot it. 2 is? Pass. 3 is? Drive it. Everything happens quickly. I've come over here and we found out we had some guys that were competitive and I didn't know. And I found out on these trips how competitive they are and how bad they want to play. Get a layup!
Good pass. Pick up! Pick up!
Go, go, go! Go to the rim, go to the rim, go to the rim! You guards, you rebound the ball. You that's open, you throw them the ball. Kick out, good, good. Drive it!
Pitch a catch, pitch a catch.
What do we say when we catch the ball? What are we gonna do?
Shoot, pass, or drive.
What's this?
Nonsense.
We have a lot of work to do. You know, I think some things were good. I thought our transition offense was good. The effort level, the freshmen, how well they played.
Good.
Drive it.
Good, Ash.
Come on!
It was so cool. It was like our first game as Huskies, so
I know.
it was exciting.
I did, but didn't expect to play. Because when he called my name, I said, oh, okay, here it comes. Here we go.
Yeah, Aubrey! Hey, Q. Get Aubrey. By the time March comes around, Q has to be like an experienced, really good player. Right now, her instincts are just really good. But she's going to have to she's got to log a lot of minutes for us. She sneaks up on you, man. She give you this. And then she comes out of nowhere.
This has stood out about the freshmen since they got here in June. They're not afraid. They don't hesitate. They play, and they just keep playing. They want to learn. They play hard, and there's just a fearlessness about them. That's nice to see.
Okay, she's a freshman. She's from Ohio, but she lives in Wisconsin.
Good, Ash!
What took you so long to get a leg? It's different with every freshman class. These 3 have a pretty solid understanding of what it is that's expected of them. They are gym rats. They love. I was in here Saturday, middle of the afternoon, nobody around, and Cadence is out there with the gun shooting, getting some shots up. So they love to play, they're competitive, and they're going to add a lot because it's going to be, you know, Nika doesn't have to play 40 minutes now. It's just fun watching these 3 young kids. How many minutes has Nika got just right now? I'm only having Nika play a couple minutes. KK, get Nika. Thank you, Coach. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Come on, get in.
Hey, give me your phone. 1, 2, 3.
It was what I thought it would be and so much more. Seeing all my friends, all my family, people who follow UConn women's basketball, people who don't even watch women's basketball came today, which is huge, you know, just for Croatia and women's basketball here itself. So just so many good things happened here in the span of 2 hours, and the emotions got the best of me for sure. It's been honestly probably one of the best days of my life. The bond that was created, you know, between my people here and my people over there in the States is amazing. It's just overwhelming in a good way, and I'm just like, you know, I'm a girl from Croatia, and this is huge for just a girl from Croatia, so amazing. I'm just at loss of words, honestly, so. There we go. That tells you everything.
We are at Lake Bled in Slovenia. I don't know if I said that right. Some of us are going on a 2.5-mile zip line, and some people are going on a boat ride around the lake. So I'm going on zip line. I'm super excited, a little scared, but don't tell anyone.
For me, it's just watching, and I love to travel and I love to study people, and this is pretty much just a study in character, and each year that we've come here, it's been different. It's never been exactly the same.
Paige, where are we going? We're about to go ziplining.
I like to take a look at the young kids, you know. What are they doing? How are they fitting in? Are they mature enough, or are they still in high school? Then the other part is, as kids have gotten older in your program, you start to see who just takes on a leadership role and who wants to stay a follower. And you just hope it's the right people taking on leadership roles.
Biggest thing about a trip like this is really the opportunity to develop and deepen relationships. Obviously there's a basketball element to this, but it's more about learning about each other, getting to know each other better. The freshmen are really exciting to watch, and obviously the returners are going to be fantastic. They've all gotten better this off season, and you know, in my opinion, the best player in the country is about to come back.
The UConn women won the first of 4 exhibition games in Europe by a score of 113-37. Junior Azzi Fudd led all scorers with 38 points. Prior to the game, the team announced that Paige Bueckers will not play in any games during the trip, but will be a full go once the season starts in November. Bueckers missed all of last season with a torn ACL and was just recently cleared for all basketball activities.
I don't think there's like any words to describe the feeling I had when I got cleared. Like, obviously the first rush of emotion is just overfeeling of like joy and happiness, and then there's like the sense of like satisfaction that I've been working as hard in that 12 months as I ever have in my life, like changed who I am, just matured in a whole bunch of different ways, and to see it all sort of pay off. And finally, I mean, I remember the day when it happened, and ever since that day I've been counting down the days to when I got to play again, and it's went fast and it's went slow, but to finally hear those words, it meant the world to me, really. Throughout the whole season, obviously there was a lot of like turbulence, a lot of highs and lows. It was like a roller coaster ride, and just to have to sit there on the sideline and only be able to say things, not go out there and help and actually do them, it's like the worst feeling as a teammate, as a player. You just want to go out there and play and help and contribute to winning, contribute to helping other people out when you see that they're going through it. So definitely just having to sit on the sidelines is one of the most painful things you can go through as an athlete. I think everybody that knows me knows that I just want to play. Like, I wanted to play in the NCAA tournament, so it's not about games in August in Europe. It's about the national championship in April. So just trying to think of the big picture. I like to live every day for itself, but just trying to also keep in mind the long run and what I'm trying to accomplish and what this whole team is trying to accomplish, and making sure that is the main focus.
Knowing Paige and knowing how bad she wants to play, I think it's a pretty mature decision on her part. When you're at the level that Paige is at, both on and off the court, there are a lot of people that want to be in your ear. It's my job to make sure that the right people are in her ear and that she understands who has her best interests at heart and who has their own interests at heart.
Oh, she can't make a shot. If I stand next to her, she can't make a shot. If I stand next to her, she don't make it.
You! I didn't warm up.
And that should tell you I didn't warm up. What'd I tell you?
It's hard to say, what's the best thing about this team? Because Paige isn't playing, and that's a big, big part of the team. Ice is just getting used to being out on the floor. The freshmen are just getting used to it. So it's hard right now to say, this is the identity of the team, and I love that about this team.
I would assume these guys are a little better than the team we played the other night, but we're just going to judge it on, are we going to be way better than we were the other night? That's what I'm looking at. All right, let's go. Oh, drive in that gap. Go. Screen. Oh, that's a foul there. That's not a foul. He just hit her in the head. You just smacked her in the face. You smacked her in the face. Oh. That's a foul, right? Oh, no. That's right.
You get 3 points.
Because she already has 2 fouls.
Okay.
So that was good.
You get 3 points. The best goal is 1 point.
Why? Why? You just do this. Why? You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. AZ! AZ, get in the foul line. AZ, get on the foul line.
She's the best shooter in the country, in my opinion. And the only person that, in my mind, that can stop AZ from either not getting threes or scoring is AZ. Your greatest strength is your greatest weakness, and I think her greatest strength is her steadiness and how she approaches it. But sometimes that can be a weakness because she's not as aggressive as we would like her to be. I tell her all the time, I think you're going to make every shot. So if I think it, you should shoot it.
Aaliyah, get Ice. Aaliyah and Ice have to be able to score and win.
Everyone is going to get good minutes. Obviously, Aaliyah being a returner. I'm excited coming in. I feel like I'll have a chance to be impactful in the post position. It being my first kind of, not official, but first games back since I've been injured, I was happy, but obviously there's plenty of room for improvement.
What is that? Was that an accident? Was that an accident? No, what was it? Nobody falls that hard unless they get hit. Come on, man. The coach even said it. The coach came over and apologized to me for what they're doing.
So what should I do?
You should call it when it's a foul. Then it would stop doing it. Then they would stop doing it. You got to play when it's like this, Q, right? You got to play when it's like this, because this is how it's going to be. Whoa! Keep it here, Aubrey. I mean, there's a foul, and then there's the other stuff. Pass. Good pass, Q. See how hard they play? We played harder a lot of times, and sometimes we didn't. But say to yourself, if I can't keep one of these guys here in front of me, what am I going to do when we play, you know, South Carolina or Tennessee or one of these other teams, right? So we just got to get better at little things. But the other stuff, the ball movement, you know, and how we're communicating with each other and all the energy and all that, that's great, man. We just got to fix up some of the other stuff, all right? Together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Go!
We're in the streets of Bologna doing a scavenger hunt. We have our guide taking us around. She knows everything. There's 5 different groups trying to win, and then we're going to go to the competition after.
Bring it towards you, squeeze it down. Bring it towards you, squeeze it down.
Finger down the belly. Yes, like a dump.
Finger roll.
We are cooking handmade pasta. We're making tortellini and garganelli.
We're going to win. Both noodles. We already know.
That's tortellone, okay? All right.
Socially, I think it was a great success for the group as a whole. The basketball part was both really good and not so good. We played 4 games, and each one of those games presented a different challenge. There were things that we were pretty good at to things that we struggled with, so it was evident over there. We got to see it. You know, as part of the trip, you know, what are we potentially really good at, and what are we potentially not very good at that we have to address?
We don't want one guy flying out there, another guy flying out there, guy flying out there, and next thing you know, there's holes as big as Walmart parking lots, and guys are driving into the middle of them, and we're dead. We're trying to prevent that.
We have more healthy guards right now than we do big guys, and the guards all have their each individual strengths. We do have to figure out how we can play with that many guards. Can we come up with a style of play that allows them to be on the floor a lot together? I think we can.
Obviously, like, I knew, like, all these girls are, like, the best players in the country, so I knew that every time I step on the court, I'm going to be pushed, and their skill, their talent is just unreal. Just being alongside of them, they're great leaders, they're great coaches on the court. Like, they help me so much, like, figuring out the system here and making sure they're pushing me to be the best I can be for the team.
Got to make this pass from right here. I'm right here, so I dribble this guy this way, and now I come over here. Come on, when I get there, that's got to be open right there.
When I'm here, like, just shooting by myself sometimes, just the music playing, I just take a moment, I just look up at all these, you know, accolades, all the USA, Olympic, everything. Everybody has Super, Diana Taurasi, all them up there. So just watching them, watching how they play, and then the playing style of UConn, and just being under Gino was one of my dreams as well. Having him as a head coach, and, you know, whole coaching staff is really great. You know, they've been here as past players, and just all the accolades that come with this program. You know, I want to be a part of greatness.
You got to be doing something on every possession. You're either blocking a guy out, you're guarding a guy cutting to the basket, you're closing out on the ball. If you just find yourself standing there doing nothing while guys are running around, that's not good. That's not good.
A lot of people told me, or they would like try to get in my head and say like I wouldn't make it, or I'm not a good fit at UConn. There's a lot of great players on the team. I'm guessing like since I'm a freshman, I'm going to have to wait I would say being able to at least have some minutes as a freshman.
They'll play their way into those minutes.
Good.
Is it a concern for me? No. You get what you deserve. You get what you earn. The better you perform here in practice every day, the more we get to know who you are and what your strengths are and your weaknesses, and the more impactful you are when you're on the court, the more you're going to play. They don't know things. And when someone doesn't know something, they are tentative. And when they're tentative, they're not any good. And when they're not any good, the coaches get pissy with them. And so then they get worse. And then the coaches get even more aggravated with them. And then they get worse. With freshmen, you have to be very, very patient. And my philosophy has always been to be patient up to a point. And that's pretty much going to be the case this year.
Without losing our minds, how long should it take us to get a bucket down the other end? What would you say, Paige? 5? It's pretty fast. So how about we put 10 up? How about we put 10 seconds up?
I think with the guards that we have, I think we're going to press more. I think we'll run more. When you have more bodies to play, you have to do something to be able to play all those bodies, and that's for pressing. Although kids say they want to press and run, but do they really? Because it's hard and it's a lot. But this group has seemed to embrace it.
So we got Aubrey, Aaliyah, Carol, go not right now, but go with a group that you be the big guy. So we got Aaliyah there right now. You be the big guy in the group.
Well, we're a small team, there's no doubt about it. We're not the biggest team in the country. We're not the biggest team that we've had in several years now. So we have, 2 players in Aubrey and Carol that's going to be put in that position a little bit and being able to swing, playing that post position, also playing that guard position. It's going to be all hands on deck.
I think honestly I'm willing to do anything that the team needs. I think as soon as Jana was hurt, it was pretty clear that I was going to be playing more of the 4. Honestly, whatever we need, I'm willing to do, and I feel like that's kind of always been my thing, is kind of being versatile, so just trying to help in whatever way I can.
Feel about my bigs. I feel like when we're all together, like Jamel said, we look like an NBA team. The only problem is we only have the A. The N's and B's are standing on the sideline watching us practice. So we look big and we look imposing and intimidating, but then they all walk over to the sideline and they have to do their thing because they're not ready yet. So Aaliyah and Ice are going to get a tremendous amount of attention in practice until everybody comes back. Obviously, missing Jana really, really hurts because that does put a lot of pressure on Ice and Aaliyah.
Good.
They can't be as aggressive maybe as they like to be.
This is my first injury, and I've never experienced anything like that before, especially seeing basketball from another perspective. I didn't expect it to be like my Achilles right away, but I just knew that something was wrong. It took me a while to accept the fact that I'm gonna be out for the season. It is God's plan, and I think it happened for a reason.
I was fortunate enough to watch her play at the U19s. I was there. Actually, I was there when she got hurt. In estimates from other people telling me they thought she was the best player at the tournament, other college coaches that had watched a lot of games. I just think her versatility, and she has a little bit of an edge to her, which I think we need and would really benefit from.
I feel like over the past couple years we have formed the identity that we're soft, so I say our #1 goal is to prove everyone wrong, that we're not soft.
We suck at rebounding. We have sucked at it every year you guys been here. Aren't you tired of it? So you're here. Guy goes up to shoot. Boom! Here comes this guy. I see him running. I hit him. I go get the ball.
I don't like the toughness of this team. No, I don't. And that's an issue.
Where'd you throw it from? Right here. So go coach your own team over there. Let me coach mine.
Are we tough enough right now? No. Are we going to be? Yes. Yes, we are going to be. We're just not there right now.
Let's hit this wing like we've been hitting them and sprint through to the other side. This wing, hit the trailer. Got it? And trailer, you hit that guy coming out and go set a ball screen. Go! Good.
There's a reason why no one's won back-to-back national championships since we did it in 15 and 16. And how many schools have won back-to-back national championships? The numbers very, you can count a number on one hand in women's basketball. It's hard because players get into a routine and then all of a sudden they think that because I did it this way last year, I'm going to have the same result next year. And that's a fallacy. The way things played out last year, the way we were constructed last year, if we had had Azzi and Paige the entire season, I think we would have won the national championship. But we didn't. And we weren't good enough to beat Ohio State. They were better than us. Our players have to be better. Our coaches have to be better. With what we've gone through the last 2 years, there's no planning for that. There's no strategy for that. There's no X's and O's that are going to fix that.
Spin the ball, spin the ball.
That's it, Aubrey.
Do I think they're a good group? Yes. Do I think they get along? Yes. But that was the same as last year. You know, something has to change in order for us to have a different ending. And unless there's a willingness to change, and you don't have to, again, change everything, but there has to be a different attention to detail. There has to be a different attention paid to the little things that are going to be the difference between winning and losing a game.
Yeah, the number one thing we have to do better is we have to have everybody available that can play.
What is the number one thing we all need from our team? For everybody to be in the best shape of their life. My job is to put you in spots where you can be successful. Based on what criteria? Based on what you show us every single day. That's a shot, Azzi. Pass up a shot, Azzi. Don't pass up shots. Good. Good.
Our team this year, it's going to be like a no-excuse team. You know, we went through all this stuff the last 2 years, injuries and all these things that you can't predict or can't prepare for. So I think this year we're really ready to kind of take that step in. We're all mature enough now to, like, whatever happens, happens, but like no excuse. We're going to make up for it. We're going to get back where we need to. The anger and all that we felt at the end of last season, we're still using that to fuel and motivate us.
Aaliyah, pay attention to what the guy in front of you does. If that guy cuts, you got to come the other way.
I view last year as, just as a whole, as a team, being resilient. I think that we were faced with a lot was thrown at us, and we didn't back down one bit. When it came to the end, you know, not the outcome that we wanted, the result that we wanted, but you can't really look at the past and think and fear for the future.
I've been through so much, injuries, so much different obstacle challenges, and we've stuck together through everything. So, you know, I feel like, you know, it's definitely something special, especially having Paige back, having Ice back. You want to leave it all on the court. There's got to be something that's, you know, worth all of this that we've been through.
I think all the seniors, you know, you want to ask a lot of them because they should be asking a lot of themselves. Aaliyah, Aubrey, Nika, they really want to have great years. And they are demanding a lot for themselves. You only get so many chances.
Hey, Paige, move over a little bit so that you can drive it from here. You can drive it from here, right to here. That guy goes back up. You can throw it from here, or you can throw it right there to that guy.
I'm a huge believer in everything happens for a reason. So I think everything is a part of the journey and a part of the story that I'm going to be writing my whole life. Obviously, injuries suck, but at the end of this one, I'm a whole new person. I ask the people around me. I've changed in a lot of different ways, and I think I'm going to be bettering myself for a longer career and a better future in basketball and just in life.
Paige, where were you? She passed it to you and went to the corner. Nobody ever better shoot the ball unless it's AZ when she's open in the corner. Caroline, you as well. We have guys that, based on that board, make 85% of their threes. I would like to think that, you know, we've got a great leader who can get more shots than we got last year, make more shots than we made last year. And that's provided AZ's in the lineup for more than 15 games. And Carol's in the lineup every night, you know, or at least available every night. That's another shot maker. And that ice makes a ton of shots. We're going to need to score more points. That's all there is to it. Having Paige back, the ball's going to move a little bit better. And I think there's going to be more shots going in. Oh, get in there and get a layup.
Honestly, the only thing that I really work towards is raising that national championship trophy in April and seeing all my hard work and all my suffering moments pay off and the most beautiful time and the most beautiful moment and what we worked for this whole year, this whole summer. But yeah, I think there'll be an overwhelming feeling of joy and just overcoming adversity if we win that and when we win that national title.
I'm not saying we're going to be the best shooting team in the country every night, but most nights when we play, we'll probably have a lot of guys on the floor that can shoot better than the other team does. Ball comes off the glass, we outlet it, guy catches, looks up the floor, layup. That's the goal. That's the goal. That's how Connecticut basketball is. That's the way we want to play.
You can talk about everything to death, but you got to do, and you have to be willing to do, and you let other people talk. That's what we do. That's the way we've always been. Let other people talk, and we just want to play. We worry about us, we do what we need to do, and that's it.
Catch your catch, good.
Good. Yeah, good, Aubrey. Some people are really, really good at what they want to be good at. And we have to find out what that is and put you in a position to do that. And we're generally not wrong if you trust us. If you trust us, you'll know we'll put you in the best position for you to be successful. The number one reason why you don't ultimately win a championship is you're either not good enough or you are good enough and you sabotage yourself and don't deserve to win, or circumstances beyond your control are taking over. So a lot of things have to go right. A lot of things have to break exactly right. Once you get that far, it's a roll of the dice. And it takes some special players to win championships. As long as we keep putting ourselves in the mix, that's the most you can ask for, really. Let's go. Together on three. 1, 2, 3. Get it.